There's a famous story told about Harry Houdini, who was said to be the greatest locksmith who ever lived. He could get out of any cell, out of any lock, if given enough time. Heard this story from Zig Ziglar. He said that there was a prison in the British Isles that said that nobody could get out of the jail cell. And Harry Houdini felt that he was up to the challenge. There would be quite a bit of fame, which Harry Houdini liked, and there would also be quite a bit of money involved if he were able to get out. And Houdini liked that as well. So on the day that he went in to accept the challenge, he went into the jail and they locked him in. And after the door was locked, he took out a flexible piece of steel from his belt and he went to work on the lock. And after some time passed, and he started to sweat. And then he really started to sweat, and he was unable to open the door. And then after a significant amount of time trying, Harry Houdini fell against the door in utter exhaustion. And when he fell against the door opened. Because you see, the door was actually never locked. The door was only locked in Harry Houdini's mind. But if the door is locked in his mind, it's essentially the same thing as it actually being locked. Many times in our lives, the limitation that we place on ourselves is not an external limitation, but it's actually an internal limitation, a metzarim, as we would say in Hebrew, a limitation. A limitation that you place on yourself, on your ability and what's possible and what you think you can do. And this is unfortunate, because there are real obstacles out there in life. For sure there are real obstacles. But often the greatest obstacle is the obstacle in our own mind. What we think we can do versus what we think we cannot do. Houdini couldn't get out of the door because the door was never locked. He couldn't open the lock because it was never locked. It was only locked in his mind. So let us remember that when we think that there's obstacles ahead, the real imprisonment might actually be in our own mind. Not an Egyptian taskmaster, but a limitation and entrapment that we impose on ourselves and what we're capable of doing. And by eliminating that limitation, that metzarim, we can free ourselves from our own personal Mitzrayim, our own personal Egypt, what enslaves us. By realizing the limitation may be internal, not external, we can then move to achieve what we want out of life, and which is a better future. Thank you for watching.